Good evening. Oop, get it still. Good evening, and welcome to Grandad's Art Space with me, Terry. Yes, it is evening. The sun's gone down here, so I'm hoping the light won't affect too much. So, been a couple of weeks since I made my last video. Not really a lot to report. I haven't got that far. But what has happened is I've received a package through the post from Bloody Miniatures. Yeah, the latest figures, and I'm impressed. Tell you something, every time that Richard does a new run, it's better than the last one. The figure poses are just, they're brilliant. They really are. Some of the things that he's done, that Nick done in the sculpting, they really are superb. And this one, is it Parcel of Rogues, I think it was called? Oh, they really are classic figures. They really are. I'll show you a few. Again, these figures talk for themselves. There's very little clean-up process on them. You got a little bit there between the leg and the sword. Okay. You've got a little bit on the base. That's basically it. I've gone over these looking, and quick clean-up, quick scrub, and they're ready for painting. But this character, you know, see if I can get him in, having a crafty drink out of a guzzle out of a bottle. You know, brilliant, really is. He's, I don't think he's going to be fit to use the musket afterwards, but nice pose. This one's become my favourite. This chap here, taking a break and puffing on his pipe. You know, sort of, just let the enemy get on with it. I'll join in when I finish my smoke. Lovely figure, absolutely love the pose, love the sculpt. You know, if any of you are contemplating getting any of these figures from Bloody Miniatures, then they make an excellent filling for your army, or even standalone for skirmish. They really are beautiful figures. Some of these, this one with his helmet up in the air, lovely, absolutely lovely sculpt. Again, it's just little bits like between the sword and the scabbard, I mean, and his boot. And I seriously can't find any other cleanup. Oh yeah, there's a little bit between his firelock musket and the leg. That's all. Possibly because they're the first runs. As soon as they sort of like the mouldings settling, yeah, you might have a few here and there, but you know, this is a nice pose as well. I was tempted when I saw this one. I was tempted to actually take the sword off and use him as a preacher, because he's got that sort of pose with his hat off, sort of like beckoning the enemy. I'll get it right in a minute. So come on, come and meet our pikes. Yeah, classic figure. Loved it. Brilliant. These poses, superb. There was one, where was it? I actually found that did have a book. There we go. And again, that would make a good preacher pose. And the preachers used to carry swords with them in the 17th century. They actually went on the field, threatened each other. with swords, and there's a few times when they actually clashed swords as well, with the Puritan preachers and the Catholics. They did. So it wasn't even the preachers then. They sort of like, they had a go sometimes. They did. This one I think is lovely. Absolutely beautiful pose. This one. You know, just again, some of these ideal for dragoons, dismounted dragoons, with that big old horse pistol that he's got there. You could use him as an officer. He's actually got a sash on, so you could use him as an officer. There's a few of them who've got sashes on, and then you've got a few that are of European type, with the cassocks, and they're really nice. This one holding his, looks like an early crutch. So you could use him as a walking wounded, I suppose, still ready to fight. But you know, they come through the post well packed. There was no real damage done to any of them. A few swords slightly twisted, but you know, you get that, you expect that. You know. But apart from that, very, very nice set. I'm well impressed. This one as well with the barrel. He ain't going to do much fighting. Not if he drinks that. Unless it's gunpowder and he's going to go up with a bang. But I'm looking forward to getting these painted. I really am. They're very nice. We've got one here. His costume. The detail, you can't see it, can you? It's not going to come out too well. Not going to focus really well. But his costume is beautiful. The detail on his costume. Yeah. In actual fact, if I could, I don't think I can because I'm not a sculptor. If I could, I'd consider shaving that sword down into a rapier. Those look like it would be a classic pose for a duel, a rapier. But I don't think I could do it. I'd probably wreck it. But it's another nice figure. So yes, you've got some excellent stuff. You've got the ones here who are, I would say, possibly like a leveller, trying to get all his mates to stick the little white booklet in the hat to indicate they're levellers. Beautiful sculpts, and you've got a real classic officer. This that's got to go in one of my Scottish regiments. It just has got to. It is just wonderful. Sorry, that does not sing out Covenanter, but it's just superb. So I've got to try and get him in something. Maybe as a foot general or colonel, more a colonel. Very, very high class colonel. But I'll get him in somewhere. So yes, thank you, Richard. Excellent, top quality as usual. Excellent sculpts, excellent poses, superbly cast. This one with his bag of loot on his back. The poses, as I say, a lot of these would really stand out if you were doing single figure skirmishing. Something like the the cowboy one, the western themed one. I can't remember what it's called. If there was one like that for the English Civil War, there you go, writers. Produce a English Civil War version of the western one. I can't remember what it's called, but everybody's shouting about it at the moment. Doesn't really appeal to me, but one was done for English Civil War times. Yeah, it'd be brilliant. It really would. No, I'm not going to try myself because I'm not a writer. That sort of thing doesn't blow my brain apart. I have enough trouble as it is. Here's another one. Lovely, lovely sculpt, lovely positioning. Look at the action. You know, you could almost put those two together as a jewel. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I look forward to painting those up as I did the others, and I still haven't finished all the others yet. I've still got those to do. But what have I finished? I ain't got nothing finished. No, still in the processes of trying to get stuff done. I've got a little way more with. I've got the French skirmish line finished, 16 skirmishers. They're finished, and I've got the French grenadiers and the voltigeurs finished for the next battalion, but that's it. I've got nothing else finished. However, I've now got the penultimate Covenanter regiment on the table, undercoated. So I've only got one more to do after that, and then it's bits for the Covenanter army, and that is complete. Oh no, I've got the dragoons. I've got to buy those and do those. That's the only one that's going to take some time. But it's just bits and pieces then for the Covenanters, and they're finished as an entire army, so that's going to be interesting getting them done. I'm still trying to get the cannon crews finished for the Covenanters. The days just go too quick, they just run me out. I just don't have time at the moment to really sit down and do a lot of painting. So it's just a little bit here, 10 minutes here and 15 minutes there. So I'll just have to grab this sort of like 15 minutes up here before everything goes hectic again. So I gotta go. So have a good week. Keep painting. Stay blessed. Keep safe.